Well, Jimmy Kimmel was fired because he had bad ratings more than anything else, and he said a horrible thing about a great gentleman known as Charlie Kirk. And Jimmy Kimmel is not a talented person. He had very bad ratings, and they should have fired him a long time ago. So, you can call.
This time, Donald Trump did not go after Jimmy Kimmel's jokes. He went after his credibility, because credibility is what makes a comedian dangerous. In a late-night post and a rally jab, Trump tried to paint Kimmel as a paid propagandist, claiming he was reading CIA scripts and lying to America for ratings. The goal was not to win an argument. It was to damage the messenger so the audience would stop trusting the mirror. But Kimmel did not rush to respond online. He waited for the stage, where timing is his advantage and Trump's record is the weakness. When the show began, Kimmel opened with a few easy jokes, let the room settle, then held up a printed screenshot of Trump's attack and read it slowly. The audience laughed, but carefully, because the accusation was not just absurd. It was meant to stain.
This isn't Republican, Democrat. This is, and by the way, most Democrats agree with us, but this is just, we got to bring our country back.
Kimmel set the paper down like evidence and said, when a man can't beat the joke, he tries to beat the teller. Then he asked one simple question. If Trump was so sure Kimmel was lying, why didn't he correct one specific fact? That shifted the segment from comedy to accountability. Kimmel showed a grid, claim, source, verification. First, Trump said nobody watches Kimmel, but Trump kept posting about him and quoting his jokes. Verification. Watched enough to react. Then came Trump's claim that Kimmel was paid to lie. Kimmel pointed out that he uses public clips and reporting, then showed how Trump labels every critic as bought. His punchline landed hard. If everyone is bought, the only unpaid person must be the guy selling you the story. Then Kimmel introduced the credibility test. 30 seconds, one question, no detours.
Keep saying we have bad ratings, and you should listen to him, because if anyone knows about bad ratings, it's that guy.
That is the lowest it's been in his second term.
It is at a low of the second term.
The lowest of his second term.
La aprobación del presidente Donald Trump se desploma a los niveles.
Kimmel looked straight into the camera and said, "You've accused me of lying. Fine. Name one sentence I said this week that was false, and give the correct version. Just one." A timer appeared on screen. Then, in this dramatized TV moment, the studio phone lit up. Trump was calling. Kimmel put him on speaker, and Trump immediately launched into complaints about fake comedy, corrupt networks, and nasty people. Kimmel did not argue. He simply pointed to the timer and repeated, which sentence was false. Trump dodged with insults. Kimmel asked again. Trump pivoted to ratings. Kimmel asked again. The audience started laughing because the dodge was impossible to miss. When the timer ended, Kimmel raised his hands and said, "That's the answer." He can't correct the record, so he attacks the person holding it. Trump kept shouting, but the room had already moved past the noise. What mattered was the one thing he never gave, a specific correction. Kimmel closed with a quiet line that hit hard. Credibility isn't something you claim, it's something you survive when people check you. Then he ended the call, looked back into the camera, and added, "If you want to know who's lying, watch who avoids the simplest correction."